Alright, so we just got back from doing the groceries and Liz is like, oh, not everything fits in the freezer. I think we're going to have to eat some stuff. This is also how Liz packs the freezer. Check this out. Who's your friend? Who in your relationship is this person? Just shove it all in and then wonder why nothing fits, eh? Classic.
What are you doing, darling?
I already had my rant. Just thought I'd just reorganise the freezer a little bit. Because apparently we'd run out of room and not everything would fit.
What's your strategy? Talk us through your strategy.
Oh, it's pretty basic. Just pack it in neatly.
Well, I pack it in neatly too, and the stuff doesn't fit. I keep putting like the fruit with the fruit.
But at least you can get things out. Like you can have a look at what's in there and go, oh, I need that, and pull it out.
How much do you love my packing skills? That's exactly the same as what I had.
What packing skills?
Show me then.
There's a new kid down there, so just watch where that camera goes.
Turn the heater on.
I'm not turning the heater on.
That's exactly how I had it, bar one thing.
Anyway, I redid the fridge as well. You're welcome.
Right, so instead of showering the kids, you decided to unpack the freezer.
No, well, he's sharing himself pretty much. He's just undressed. James, why are you trying to lift your bed?
Something's happened.
Yeah, you're trying to lift your bed.
No. Because Dad.
Yeah, I just got to. Can you tell me after I talk to camera?
Okay.
Thanks.
I was talking to you about.
All right, we're on our way. We're on our way into Gardeners Falls this morning for a quick look before we hit the road. We're here in Maleny. We've been hanging out here for the last few nights. So Maleny's up in the hinterland on the Blackall Range, just behind the Sunshine Coast. We're staying at the Maleny Showgrounds, which is $25 a night with power and water. So we had a heap of washing to catch up on. Now we've got the washing machine in the van. We thought we'd get somewhere with power and water so we could punch out a heap of loads of washing. We went into Montville the other day, had a bit of a look around. That was pretty cool. Quirky little town, nice little touristy town, some funny little shops. The boys had a ball at the clock shop.
That was so cool. I loved the clock shop.
What did you think of the clock shop, Harrison?
I like all the different clocks. I especially like the clock that had a person going with an axe.
Yeah, it was cool fun having a good look around there. The little ginger shop and a few little quirky shops to have a look around. Liz had fun in the gallery. Finally found a gallery that was open, which was good. She struggles to find galleries that are open. Yeah, took the boys for an ice cream. James enjoys his ice cream. What flavour ice cream did you have, James?
Mango.
Mango. So just a quick walk into Gardener Falls this morning. Then we're going to pack up and head west. We'll talk to you more about our plans soon, but we've definitely had some struggles to find a plan and come up with something, but we're just coming up on the falls now, so I'll tell you more about that soon. Well, not the most exciting waterfall I've ever seen. I reckon it's probably a popular swimming spot during the summertime, but I don't know, there's not much to it. It's just some water flowing down rocks. Good to get out and stretch the legs though before we jump in the car today.
Are you serious? This is beautiful, darling. This is just like, I'm getting real flashbacks of Adcock Gorge in the Give.
I think we're looking at a different gorge.
This is perfect.
It's a bit.
You've got like the fig tree roots that are just like splaying out everywhere. Beautiful blue, crystal clear water that's like ambling through with this beautiful creek. Kids have got muesli bars. We've got somewhere to sit and have a rock. There's only like 5 other people here. You have misrepresented this. This is gorgeous. And it's easy to get to. Like, it's so easy to get to and so accessible.
Yeah, I'll give it that. It was easy to get to. That doesn't make it good though. Yeah, anyway, well, there you go. Let us know what you think. Have you been here before? I don't think it's anything spectacular, but it's an easy one to get into at least. I'm glad I didn't walk too far for it. Liz is very much in disagreement, so let us know what you think, either from our footage or if you've been here before. What do you think? Gardeners Falls near Maleny. Anyway, all right, we'll we'll let Liz and the kids enjoy it, and then we'll get out of here. And like I said, good to stretch the legs. We always like to find something to stretch the legs before we have a bit of a drive day. So we'll finish up here, head back to the van, pack up, and then hit the road. We'll see you when we hit the road. We're heading west.
What Simon really means is we really like to stretch out the pack up process, sort of like we can't be bothered to do it all at once, so we sort of give up and then go and do something, then come back, have second coffee, and then go back and then try and pack up. And then you may as well make lunch. So then, you know, we don't leave anywhere until like 2:30.
Yeah, we do better than that. 12:30 is a good...
It's 10 o'clock now. I reckon we will be like pushing to leave camp by 2.
All right, challenge accepted. We'll see. We'll let you know what time it is when we get in the car. So there's a show and shine on at the showgrounds today. We just got back to camp and someone's bloody parked us in, so we might not be leaving today. Someone's parked their car right in front of the van, so I can't even hitch up. So anyway, we might have some lunch, get ready to leave, and if we can't get out, we've asked them to make an announcement and let old mate know that he's a little bit in our way, but we'll see whether he ends up moving. If not, we might be staying another night and we might be going to the show and shine. I think it's called Muscle on the Mountains. A heap of muscle cars and old school cars. Pretty cool to watch them all drive by, but we were just going to have a quick look and hit the road. We might be having a longer look and hitting the road tomorrow. We'll see. Just make the most of it, and this is why we enjoy staying flexible. What's going on in here? What are you doing?
I'm making you coffee.
Making me coffee? This is the best day ever. What are you doing?
I'm just watching.
Just watching?
Just watching.
Just so I can learn.
What are you...
So you can learn. Bless your cotton socks. It's like the kids, they've really cottoned on early what makes their mum and dad happy, and coffee is one of those things.
Oh, that full of... Dad, the first coffee has been made.
What's that?
That coffee has been made.
One's made?
Yeah.
One's made, this is the second. Thank you. Could I trade you for a rock?
Sure can. Salami, cheese, lettuce?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do the milk.
Just as a safety announcement, we did make sure we had caffeine before we went out. This is coffee number 2. We're not that crazy.
I don't think they need to be told that this is second coffee. If you've ever watched the channel, you know that it's like coffee first before anything. Oh, wow.
Where do I have to start it on like basket?
Oh, look at him. I'm pretty sure it's fake. It looks fake. I think it's made of plasticine because you can see it's got like fingerprints in it. Just feel like that time we touched the spider. Yeah, it's fake. All right, so we are hitched up. We are rolling. We were rolling out. It's 12 o'clock, so technically Simon's right. But just as we were pulling out of the car park, because we're at the showgrounds and there's an event on today, Simon, old Eagle Eyes, has spotted a 76 in the right colours with a few of the mods that we are looking at, and he just can't help himself, so he's pulled over and he's going to go have a look at this car. Like, he just can't help himself. So my prediction is that Simon's going to get chatting to someone and we will be leaving at 2 o'clock. Let's see how this goes.
We're going to start heading west. The plan is to try and do a bit of a loop or a lap of southeast Queensland. We're going to go and do some inland stuff while the school holidays are on and get away from the coast because that's where it tends to be a bit busier. The plan is to try and get up to Carnarvon Gorge, but we definitely underestimated how popular it was and how little or how few camping options there are up there. So we're going to take our time and basically wait for school holidays to finish and see if we can get ourselves a booking in there to go and do a few days at Carnarvon Gorge. It was a bit of a last minute decision to go up there, so we definitely didn't plan ahead, which is fine. That's the risk you take when you travel the way we do and keep your plans very open and very flexible. Sometimes you miss out, or you've got to slow down or wait until you can get a booking at some of the more popular spots. I've got to say, it doesn't happen very often though. More often than not, we find we're fine. We can normally always make it work. It's really just school holidays that can catch you out. We've got a little bit more to fill you in on as well with what's been happening lately with our travel plans, what's going on with our travel plans. We'll tell you more when we get to camp. Let's go and see what we can find tonight.
You love this, don't you?
It is good fun. It's definitely better than just driving down a freeway or something. Keeps you on your toes.
The views are stunning. I keep looking out. I can't decide which window to look out. On one side, I'm pretty sure it's the Glasshouse Mountains, and there's these just formations just skyrocketing out of the earth, and it's just like, they're just so jagged. It's so beautiful. And then there's so many trees and houses in the way. I'm like, shh, get out of the way. I want to see the beautiful mountains. And then there's these beautiful old muscle cars in front of us, just like zooming along. And what was that meme? Simon, it explains me perfectly. Simon said he saw a meme the other day. It's my job to drive and my wife's job to gasp. And that's pretty much me. I just like hold on for dear life. I should know by now, it's been 2.5 years, but still I hate driving through windy traffic with lots of people or really steep descents. I don't like it at all. It just makes me so nervous. And I don't know why I still get nervous, but I do. Even after 2.5 years, I still hold on to the like grab bars and like hold my breath. I was just saying to Simon, it just feels so nice to have the countryside in your windows again. I just love this sort of country, and we've just been craving heading west for so long now. And you know, we had the east-west crossing planned, and I was really looking forward to outback and remote, and then obviously had to pivot and turn a bit. But I think it's just where we belong. I think the coast is nice, but I don't know, it doesn't sing to my soul. This just makes me happy. Thoughts?
Well, this is home for tonight at least. Yeah, it's off the main road, so we're just found this little spot on the Stewart River, just out of Kingaroy. So yeah, nice little free camp. Nothing special, nothing here, but this will do us for a bit. Might even stay 2 nights. We'll see how we go. See how things are. Got a bit of work to do, so Liz has got a bit of design course to catch up on. But yeah, this is what we love. It's so good to be back out west and away from the coast. Just especially this time of year, it's just so busy over on the coast, and yeah, just need some space and some peace and quiet.
If you haven't seen us do this, Simon often uses the recovery boards as levelling ramps. They just come in handy. They work really well. Hey presto, we're level. Easy as. You cracked a beer already, Dar?
Yeah. It's been a big day. Driving. How good are wasabi peas?
Pretty good.
I love them. This is like drive day routine for me, is drive for a couple of hours, get to camp, crack a beer, find a snack, get the chair out, or sit inside, whatever, depending on the weather, and just chill out for a bit. I like getting into camp. About 3 o'clock seems to be the ideal time. Gives us a little bit of time to chill out before it's time to start cooking dinner and all that sort of mayhem begins. Yeah, it's good. Nice overcast day. A little bit cool though, a bit fresh. Definitely need the jumper. Anyway, it's beer and pea time.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you what we're making for dinner tonight. So this is just a standard dinner affair. It's not going to win any CWA awards, that's for sure. So it's just bacon and mushroom carbonara basically, but we use this. So this is, let me see that. This is the Woolies evaporated milk, and it just makes things really creamy. It's just a long life option for cream basically. So I'm just frying up some bacon now, and I'll pull that out, chuck a heap of garlic, like literally a metric ton of garlic into the pan with some butter, fry up those mushrooms. I love like really crispy mushrooms. I love when they've got like a bit of brown on them, you know, you get that butter burn on them, I guess you would call it. Normally I would throw in some white wine, but I'm drinking red at the moment because it just doesn't take up room in the fridge. And so I'll just admit that. And then you turn the heat right down, and then you throw in the cream at the end and it thickens up. And if you need to, you can chuck an egg in it to really thicken it up to make it really creamy. While that's happening outside, the Thermomix is cooking the pasta inside. So nice and simple, it's how we roll. This one's just for Simon and I because the kids are having leftovers and they don't eat mushrooms. So I love mushrooms and I will get them any chance I can. Just quietly, how beautiful is this sunset behind me? I'm just so bloody happy. It feels so good to be back out in the bush, just hanging out. I really love what we do, and I love that this is our life, and it feels like we've just been snowed in lately and just constantly waiting on other people to get back to us with answers, and I hate feeling like my life's being dictated by other people's choices. Just with particularly like finding somewhere for the car to be built, for the things that we need to do with that. Yeah, just mostly the car. But I know it's going to be worth it. And even just seeing Simon today when he saw that 76 in a car park, his head just like, I don't know, he's got eagle eyes for them. If you could see the look on his face the other day when the bull bar photos came through. So we had a custom made bull bar and it's just been finished, and it's actually the first physical sign that we are actually going to get a 76. Like at the moment it's just, you know, your order's been processed, your order's been shipped, but to actually see it after all this time and, you know, the conversations that happen off screen, like we must talk about this for at least an hour and a half a day for the last, since we were in Broome, which is, well, before Broome because we ordered it when we were in Broome. So pretty much since we started the Gibb River Road, which would have been back in August 2021 was when the idea spawned. But there's just so many sidetracks and things like that that we don't tackle, that, you know, like the Glasshouse Mountains are here and we're like, we don't really want to go forward driving by ourselves with this vehicle. That seems a little bit irresponsible, but if we had another vehicle that was really capable, we would 100% be exploring that. And I think it's really hard sometimes to remember what we've shown and what we haven't shown, and how much of ourselves we show and how much we don't share. But for those of you, like, I think what you've seen so far is how we look at things based on value, and that we always, you know, even with our car and when we had our zone, that was a $160,000 setup that we thought was the best value for money at the time. And it got us around a lot of places. And now we want to personalize, we want to put our style into things, we want to innovate the industry. And so we wanted to move to a manufacturer that was going to allow us to be creative, allow us to push the boundaries of what is and isn't possible, and to take us on that journey. And now the 76 is going to, I think, unlock a side of Simon that a lot of you have not seen. When I first met Simon, he was definitely that person that had a really good career and a lot of cars to show for it, and that's about it. He's spent a lot of money on four-wheel drives in his time. Before the Ranger, Simon's had a Troopy, the Hylar. He's had a heap of other cars. He's probably his 10th car, but never a brand new one. And when I met Simon, he had a stack of four-wheel drive magazines, literally that was higher than he was. He's a four-wheel drive fiend. Like, he knows that industry inside out. He has been planning this build since the get-go of, I don't know, since probably he was 17, really. And he's always thinking and just thinking about the way to do things, thinking about how you're going to use a space, what would make it more practical. He's definitely not the kind of person that will just put up with something. If there's a slight inconvenience to something, he's always trying to brainstorm a better way to do it. And I think you're going to see a lot of that shine through in this vehicle build. If it was up to Simon, he would probably have spent a lot more money on the Ranger than what we have. I said to Simon, for the 76, for your dream car, just if you want it, just do it. Like, we'll just make it work financially. We might have to make it work slowly. We might be able to afford to do everything straight away, but that's okay. That's the way the real world is. There's going to be no compromise when it comes to design and quality. So looking forward to showing you this journey. Let us know what you want to, and we also don't want to do one of these big YouTube reveals at all. So for us, we want to really take you on this journey with us of the 76. We want to share the decision-making process, what we've considered and what choice we ended up with. You know, what choices actually went into it? What did you think about that made you purchase that item? What were you thinking long term for the vehicle? What's the purpose of the vehicle? What do you want it to do? And for us, this 76 build is going to be a vehicle that we can camp out of, live out of for a short period of time, that will get us to the most remote places in Australia as a family, and with all the camera gear that we need to film it for you guys. So it is going to be a little bit like, there's a lot of planning because you don't want to have to do anything twice. So you want to have the full vehicle built out and locked in with that design so that you know what you need to provision for later. And it's been really time consuming, but it's also been a real headache because we don't have a garage or a place where we can do a lot of the build ourselves. And Simon, being the very capable, hands-on four-wheel drive fanatic that he is, even though you probably haven't seen that side of him, it's this balancing act of getting the professionals to do some of the stuff that you need a professional to do, but then that balance of being able to build it yourself in your own space with your own time, it can be really tricky, and we're just trying to nut that bit out at the moment, because it's kind of like trying to build a new house and telling the builder you want them to do X, Y, and Z, but don't worry about these bits because we want to do those bits ourselves to keep the cost down, and because Simon is an absolute perfectionist and no one will do it as good as he will. So yeah, it is a bit of a tricky thing at the moment, but I'll get Simon to tell you more about it. But yeah, we're really excited. All right, let's have a look back at this pasta so you can see it's almost there. It's almost there. If it doesn't come good in the next minute or so, I'll throw an egg in there and then that'll thicken it right up and we'll be good to go. All right, so Parmesan cheese is on. Loaded it with pepper.
Always lots of pepper with carbonara.
What's the verdict, Al?
Hey Dad,
Yeah, man.
is there no mushrooms in that? Is there mushrooms?
Good.
How would you rate the creaminess of it?
Oh, it's creamy, yeah.
Because I was just telling everyone about how
Plenty
I use,
creamy enough.
yeah, the evaporated milk as a cream substitute.
It's great, yeah. There's heaps of big mushrooms in it, Harris.
I probably put too much pasta in with the sauce, but
No, it's good. Okay.
yeah. Oh, I just hit my elbow. That hurt. Oh, that really hurt.
What was that town called? Montville.
Every time. Sorry, I've just got honey dripping down my fingers. Hang on. Oh, I can't do that on camera. I cannot lick that.
Do it.
Ready? Okay, all my wine protected. I need to rub it.